Before we get started, we have to share a quick little teaser. You have obviously heard of conference realignment. It's the only reason why I have my Twitter handle to begin with. But get ready to prepare yourselves for a college football podcast realignment. A new college sports community is coming soon, and Cocaine Willie will be the official Kansas State representative. Stay tuned.
It's a great day to be a Wildcat.
You actually have to be on cocaine to be on this podcast? Cocaine. Cocaine, really? Cocaine. Cocaine, really?
What's up, everybody? You're listening to yet another edition of Cocaine Willie. I'm your commissioner, Bob Trollsby, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Fireball Matt Marchesini and the good chef, Andre Napier. Guys, how are we doing tonight? We're just kind of fucking around today. So
Yeah, we're just goofing. We're goofing. I was thinking about doing the Borat verse, but I'm not going to do it.
Verse. Oh my
Verse.
god.
I'm drunk.
I'm really glad that you're not going to do the Borat voice for the entire episode. But if you
No,
wanted
no.
to, that would make for some really interesting TikToks later on.
Maybe I will then.
TikTok.
Let's
We
kick
are
it
on
and talk.
TikTok. Follow the show at Cocaine Willie.
Check
Well,
out our
we-
Discord too.
Yeah, we will have a Discord at some point, and if you're watching this on YouTube, look at the banner below and stay tuned. There will be a Discord. Fun fact. That'll be sick.
It'd be pretty dope.
Previewing shit before the preview happens. But what we're gonna do tonight, we have listener questions
Oh
and
my God.
bullshit. We are gonna play. Oh god damn it.
Love
As
this.
the chef drops his phone on the floor. We are doing listener questions and we're just bullshitting tonight. So tonight's going to be fun. We've got some listener questions, and each one of us later on will have a singular topic that we're going to bring to the table. Nobody else here knows what that topic is going to be for each individual, and we have to do like random topic, random answer. So whoever brings the topic, we all have to talk about that topic. So we'll see how that goes. First time we've ever done that before, but Chef used to do guys talking balls, so that always seemed to go pretty well. So we might as well bring it back, right?
Yeah. We
So-
used to do some goofy shit, man.
And we still do some goofy shit, as evidenced by these segments that we're having tonight. So first segment, listener questions and bullshit. We are going to go with question number 1, comes from Zach Zumwalt at ZZ Zumwall without the T. He asks, what are Chef's top restaurants in MHK? But I think we all need to answer this. I don't think we should just limit it to Chef because he has a chef title.
Yeah, and honestly, I haven't been to a restaurant in MHK in probably 2 years, so there could be new shit there.
It hasn't changed a ton, to be honest.
Well, from
There
what
is
my
new shit, but
the last time that I went, Bourbon and Baker was absolutely fire. That shit was off the chain. Basically, everything on points was, it was S tier. It was pretty good. Everything was, well, hold on. What was the one little Mexican place that was like across the street from there?
El Patrillo.
Yeah.
El Patron.
Yeah. Was it El Patron? Is that what it's called?
I mean, if it's not La Fiesta or El Tapatio, I haven't.
Yeah. It's not.
That
If,
was-
it,
Or Taco Lucha.
if it's not your birthday at La Fiesta, we don't know. But
Well, the time that I went into that little Mexican restaurant, it was after the Missouri game. It was a real wet, rainy game at home, and man, oh man, was Jared? What was his name? Was it Jaron Lewis? Jaron Lewis?
Jaron Lewis.
He was in there, and you could just tell he was contemplating transferring. It was just awesome.
Kent State, the Golden Flashes.
Yeah.
Cephas. Let's
Yeah.
go. Did he ever
was-
throw? Do you think he ever threw a pass to Dante Cephas?
No, he wasn't there at the same time.
No, they didn't
See,
overlap.
They didn't
No, because Jaron Lewis transferred there this year, and Cephas transferred out to Penn State. So it would have been pretty sick, though. That would have been a pretty sick intel. But yeah, Jaron Lewis was in there eating his chips and salsa, just hating life.
Oh my God, Matt, what are your favorite restaurants in MHK?
Oh man, well, obviously the low-hanging fruit is So Long Saloon, the peanut butter burger.
That's my favorite.
At So Long Saloon.
That's a popular answer amongst the players and everything too.
I know. They do good work. You have to get a side of the jalapeno ranch too. That's S tier. I mean, Taco Lucha is also specific to. I mean, both of those specific to the Nancy's, but Taco Lucha puts out some good tacos. But I will say, the Cali wrap, very underrated. You get a fuck ton of food with the Cali wrap too. If you're
what's in a Cali wrap?
It's like meat and potatoes
like
and beans,
generic meat,
and cheese, but I don't get the cheese in it.
Lactose?
I don't like cheese.
Oh Lord Jesus!
What?
I know. I don't like cheese.
Do you not like the raspberry black bean dip?
No, I don't eat that.
Wow.
No.
Wow, I'm learning something new about you. I didn't know.
Chips and salsa or guac.
This is your brother, and you don't even know he doesn't eat cheese.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've known you for 12 years, and I didn't know that you don't eat cheese.
Don't age us. 12 years. But yeah, I mean, if I bring people to Manhattan, those are the two spots that I would bring, and I just pulled the low-hanging fruit. So I want to know what Bob's going to pick out of this.
Well, my answer is always So Long. I think when you put it up against big city burger restaurants, burger joints, So Long, in a lot of cases, is better than most of them. I've still never had a burger better at a restaurant than the peanut butter sriracha burger or the Resist Temptation. I think both of those, you get the fried egg on there on the Resist Temptations, just great stuff. It has also influenced every time I make a BLT, I put sriracha on it, because adding sriracha to anything, not anything, but adding sriracha to a lot of things is very good. But
it's okay.
It's very good. I'm a big fan of sriracha.
I think it's just a little, Asian hot sauce isn't my cup of tea.
And you're a chef, so you're not a gochujang fan?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Gochujang is like one of my favorite things outside of miso. Anyway, like
no.
miso is basically gochujang just without the spice.
Yeah.
More or less.
Chef, have you ever had peanut butter on a burger?
Absolutely. I had in South Carolina, I had a peanut butter banana burger. It was okay. It was a little sloppy.
Was it like the Elvis special or something?
No, there is a Fat Elvis up here in Columbus. I can't remember where it was at, but it had like a raspberry compote with peanut butter and banana on a burger with like some Gouda cheese on it. It was pretty good. But anytime you put peanut butter on a burger, it has to be like a specific kind of peanut butter, because if you put smooth peanut butter on anything hot, it turns into just water and it just thins out so much.
Love it.
Are you gonna try to get the all natural, like the oily shit?
No, you're gonna say crunchy peanut butter, aren't you?
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying the texture of peanut butter when you heat it up, it turns into like molten lava, and it slops everything up.
I know, but it's fucking Jif. You like slap some Jif on the peanut butter sriracha burger and So Long. Anyway, it's still my answer, and I'm gonna finish my answer. Also really like Tallgrass Tap House. I think they've got great food, underrated spot, and they've got good beer, because they still have a lot of the beers that they had prior to whatever happened there, like 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe longer, 6 years ago, whatever it was, when they went bankrupt, I think, and having to have Central Standard Brewing do their distribution, I think. But and then what would be another one? I always go to Manhattan Brewing Co. I like Manhattan Brewing Co. I haven't tried the Aggieville Brewing Co., but apparently they had a fire or something, so I don't know what happened with that.
I never had food at Manhattan Brewing Company, but
no, they don't have food, but they have food trucks, I think.
Okay.
But we We don't sponsor. We don't have sponsors. So if any
Not
of
yet.
these local businesses want to sponsor us, go for it. My other one would be the Chef. The Chef is my favorite brunch place.
I forgot about the
of all
Chef.
time. The Chef is my favorite brunch place of all time. Hands down.
Varsity Donuts? Is that too much?
Varsity late night, the mac and cheese grilled cheese, because it's a mac and cheese grilled cheese, not a grilled cheese mac and cheese. Or a Charlie Lynn, which is a corn dog on top of the mac and cheese grilled cheese.
Fuck no, that's disgusting.
Incredible.
Dude, you're ridiculous.
You got to be
What is
pretty
wrong
true.
You know what?
with Charlie.
You know what? If we no free ads, but I will tell you, latest place is Arrow Cocktail Lounge. If you want a good cocktail in Manhattan, I've been there twice. Those cocktails are amazing. If Arrow Cocktail Lounge would sponsor me, not you two, but just me, because they have a great selection of drinks. Their food is awesome. If you're in Manhattan, you gotta go there. I'm just so excited to talk about how good the drinks are.
Do they have a Fireball cocktail?
No, but they got some old fashions that will rock your socks off. Or
You know what I didn't know about Fireball? That there's two different kinds. That there's like the whiskey kind, and then like the not real kind, where it's just like basically sugar cinnamon water that has a little bit of alcohol in it.
What?
But then there's like Fireball whiskey that really wrecks you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, no.
Two different.
Well, the ones that you buy at gas stations are like the bad ones.
Yeah, those aren't like real Fireball.
Those aren't.
It's
That's
just,
not real Fireball. You got to buy it at a liquor store.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
Yeah. Taught everybody something new today.
So the next question from Zach comes as, what new Big 12 college towns are a must visit, in your opinion?
Well, I don't. Like of the new four, or just like of all the different teams?
I think technically you can count all 16 of the teams that will be in the Big 12 in 2024.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say for me, it's Provo. I think Provo is number one for me. I want to get out there. The scenery all around is that's just elite.
One town.
I want to say
one town answer. Provo's your answer.
Well, that's baloney. I want to say
there are only
Cincinnati.
3 of us. There are only 3 of us, so I want to
save us some.
No, you guys aren't going to say Cincinnati, and I want to say Cincinnati.
Correct.
I don't think it's going to get its just due, but I want to.
Yeah.
I've been to Xavier's campus, but which is basically the same thing. But like,
don't tell a Cincinnati fan that, because they'll probably have you hanged or something.
Well, bring it on, you Bearcats! I'll be down there Saturday. Well, whenever March 2nd. So see me out on the TV, big babies.
Good luck with that. Oh man, what Big 12 college town is a must visit?
Not Big 10, you goof.
I know. I am probably gonna go with Boulder.
Ooh, we'll be there.
I'm probably gonna go with Boulder.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna probably go with Boulder. I'm just thinking of like who in the Big 12 right now. Like Stillwater was fine. Ames was fine.
He did say new though.
I know. He said new.
But those are part of the new Big 12. So they're part of the 16. They would count.
I'm gonna probably go with Boulder.
My answer is probably gonna be Tucson, because I've never been to Tucson, and
it's Tucson.
At Wildcat Agenda, Schrodinger's Wildcat on Twitter, definitely sold me on Tucson when we did our Big 12 roundtable back in August.
God, that was fun.
Yeah, I want to have like some authentic Sonoran dogs and eat the enchiladas and shit down there, because it sounds pretty damn good. So I'm gonna do a little play on this. So not what new Big 12 college towns are a must visit. Which ones would you avoid like the plague moving forward?
Houston. I get in first.
Oh, fuck. That was going to be mine.
That's as much as we love, like the Locked On, like Cougs people, and all the people that represent Houston. I mean, it's top notch. People coverage of the teams and all that stuff. But golly, mister, that is just a bad city all around.
It's not a college town. It's not a college town.
Can you say golly, mister, in your Borat voice?
Hold on. Oh, you're going to have to give me a second. I'm going to have to practice it.
Oh man. When new caught, yeah. I mean, the one that I would say was God, Orlando.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one too would be up there, but that's just so disrespectful because it's not a bad spot.
I'm thinking primarily like college town.
Waco.
Ooh.
It's Waco.
If I was saying in the Big 12, I would say Waco. It'd be between Waco and names.
The only good thing about Waco is Common Grounds Coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Good concert venue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside joke.
No. We never went to a concert together.
The last question from Zach. What relatively unknown player on the football team will have a breakout season this year?
I'm gonna go.
And we can't say Jaden. We can't say Jaden Jackson again.
Jaden Jackson. I'm gonna go with Jordan Allen.
Ooh, great answer.
Jordan Allen.
Holy.
On the defensive line, we have some holes to fill on the defensive line, especially in the end position. And we've heard Jordan Allen's name here early on as someone who's been impressing in these early workouts. I think he's going to be a big part on the defensive side of the football. I am taking Jordan Allen.
That's a great answer. That's a damn good answer because I'm gonna stick on the defensive side as well. I'm gonna go think of these last few teams. The depth at corner is like essential. I'm gonna say Nigel Thomas. Or no, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nigel Thomas. I mean, he's a freshman that burned his red shirt on special teams. You know, guys that burn their red shirts on special teams, they're usually hyper athletic. They're on the verge of playing. We had a really deep cornerback room last year. I think Justice James has put his name into this running for a backup corner spot, and I think true sophomore Nigel Thomas is a guy that, you know, if he gets his hands on a ball, I think he can make some plays. I wouldn't be surprised if he's some kind of returner as well. So give me Nigel.
I like Chidi Obi Izor.
But he's known though.
But he didn't have a breakout season. He didn't have a breakout season.
That's true.
And you know, relatively unknown. If you ask anybody else in the Big 12 who Chidi Obi Izor is, they're not going to know who he is. They're not going to know his name. So when I think about that, I think about, does he have a game like Felix where people start to recognize his name and he gets some of that name recognition across the conference? That would be my measuring stick. So I'm going to go with Chidi. I think Chidi could have a big year this year.
Dude, 6'5", 270, wearing number 8.
He's listed as 6'6" on the website for whatever.
6'6", 270, wearing number 8. He is going to look ridiculous.
He's going to look like that Dante Corleone that plays for Cincinnati.
When's the last time we had a defensive end that looked like that?
I don't know, man.
Maybe like what was the white boy that played for Ron Prince?
Ian Campbell?
Yeah. What
about Jordan Willis?
No, but Jordan was shorter. He was like 6'3". I mean, he was all, he was roided up, but my God. That's
throwing out rumors.
That's not a rumor. That's proven.
Is it?
Yeah, he got suspended like 12 times in the NFL.
Substance abuse policy or whatever.
And he came out of what's the K-State guy that trains everybody?
Ben Newman.
No.
Ben Newman's looking for work now, though.
He was a linebacker that played at K-State, and he trains like all those guys in Kansas now. Man, I can't think of his name.
Alex Rebeck.
Oh God.
I lived on the same floor of Haymaker Hall as he did. Super weird.
Did he rip? Was he the guy that ripped his
guy?
Did he rip his knee up on a special teams play? If I remember right.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he was roommates with Blake Slaughter.
That's a true football player right there.
That's a
He's a
deep cut.
redshirted his senior year. Oh my God, what a stud!
The next question we have comes from Cats Cole 13. The question is just Dylan Duff commitment. What do you all think about the first commitment of the 2025 class? I was hoping it would be Lincoln Cure personally.
Chef, what was your immediate reaction with the letters of his last name?
Well, Duff is synonymous with dumb, ugly, fat friend. Everybody knows that. That's what you call your dumb, ugly, fat friend.
No.
Yes, everybody knows that. Dumb, ugly, fat friend. That's the Duff.
This was news to me.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't call it like, oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
Anyway,
I respect all my friends.
But Duff is going to be a stud. I mean, he kind of reminds me of Skylar Thompson out of high school. You know, he was a little thinner, real technician, not the greatest athlete, but a Missouri kid. You can't pass up guys with 9, not Big 12, D1 Power 5 offers. I think he's somebody that is the stopgap because you've got Avery, who's going to probably be here maybe 2 more years. You got Blake right behind him, and then Dylan Duff coming in after him. And it's going to be similar. I think it's going to be similar to what Skylar Thompson was doing. That's Avery right now. And then you have like Will Howard and Jake Rubley kind of battling it out, like basically in the same class, trying to see who's going to be the guy.
Was Jake ever in the same conversation as Will Howard, though? Like, realistically?
I mean, he was the number 2. And I think that he was, he had the pedigree coming out of high school. He just got hurt his senior year of high school, so he was a little bit behind. But I think, after that true freshman season of Will Howard, not a lot of people were calling for Will Howard to come back. And then you had Skylar Thompson, and people thought that Jake Rubley was going to be the number 2.
Fair. Yeah, there were chants for Jake Rubley during the Southern Illinois game, if I remember right. But what does pedigree mean when you look at where those 2 guys transferred now? One of them's at Illinois State, one's at Ohio State.
No, that's absolutely. We picked the right guy. That's what I'm saying. So when you have Duff and you have Barnett on the same team, and they're going to be separated by, assuming that Barnett redshirts, they're both going to be technically freshmen. And so they're battling it out to see who the guy is. And, cream rises to the top. We're going to see who it is. And if it's Duff or if it's Barnett, you got to recruit a quarterback every cycle, no matter what. You can't just have a gap in between there, because if you're go down a quarterback and you have no scholarship guy there,
as we've seen, in a world of hurt. As we've seen, you can have every single scholarship player transfer out and have one guy remaining, and then you have a Jacob Knuth that just happens to be there, right? Yep. So you do. I don't know if I necessarily believe that you should recruit a quarterback every single cycle when they were saying that you should do that. But this last cycle of the transfer portal has made it a lot more important, I feel like. Now with the transfer portal, I think it's 10 times more important than it would have been like 5 years ago.
You have to, because let's say if a guy goes into the transfer portal at the quarterback position, they're either going to drop down a level so they can play, or they're a guy coming from the same level that comes into a place and expects to play. You're not getting a transfer quarterback. I mean, Jacob Knuth is kind of a unicorn in that situation, but you don't really recruit guys out of the transfer portal to be the backup quarterback anymore. It just doesn't happen like that. So you have to recruit every year. There's no promises being made. I am 100% sure that Dylan Duff knows that he is not the guy immediately. He's going to have to compete, and if he shows what he can do, and it's to the level that we're capable or that we're comfortable with, he'll be the guy.
I haven't seen enough of this guy to even have an opinion. So I will focus on 2025 after spring practice.
I bet if Lincoln Cure committed, you would have all kinds of nuggets to throw out there.
Hey, the fact that we had a quarterback commit as the first commit for 2025 and we beat out KU and Mizzou for this quarterback, that's kind of that's a big deal without seeing any film on him. So,
Boom.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The next question comes from the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Scott Wildcat. The first question is, and he's been hammering on this for like 5 or 6 years, and I don't know if I have an answer for it, but should college basketball shift back 2 months to start in January and have May Madness to get rid of CBS's opportunity to just advertise for the Masters?
I agree with this, actually. I agree 100% with him. I think about this all the time. College basketball is very much overshadowed in November and December, and it's going to be even more overshadowed with the college football playoff expanding to 12 teams. And it's partially because of the college football playoff, but I also feel it's because of the teams don't take risks. A majority of teams don't take risks when they're scheduling. You know, they're not scheduling hard non-conference schedules, etc., which like excite your fans. I 100% agree with Scott when he tweets this stuff out, because I do think that having the season start in January, you're not necessarily overshadowing a ton from a sports perspective. I mean, it's, college baseball. I mean, for K-State specifically. And, May is about when, school is kind of wrapping up anyway. So I would absolutely start this thing up. New Year's Day is a marathon of basketball, like have every team start on New Year's Day and go from there.
Well, I mean, if you follow my rule of, having 2 NCAA tournaments a year where, I don't know if you guys remember that conversation that we had.
How could we forget? How could we forget?
I actually blocked that out in my memory.
But if you did lay that format out and you moved it, it would work perfectly. It would moving the schedule to start at the January mark and have that first opening tournament field of 68. Man, it would work out so beautifully. But yeah, whether it's here or there, but I like seeing the commercials for the Masters and like in the midst of my basketball. I like that. It gets me hyped up.
Chef, big golf fan now. Big golf, big NASCAR.
Well, I've been a golfer for a long time. I don't get me started, but NASCAR is my new true love. Ross Chastain, he's my number one.
Left turns only.
Throw that watermelon down, baby.
Left turns only. So I don't really have an opinion on this. I think it's fine regardless. I think no matter when college basketball starts or ends, the tournament is always going to be the tournament. And when it gets played, doesn't have any impact on the prowess of the tournament and how it's received by fans and how awesome it is. So my answer is no answer. I don't care when the basketball season starts. It could start in fucking June for all I care and end in October. And I think it would still be just as awesome, but that's my opinion on it. Scott hates when I talk about like rescheduling any kind of sports format. He absolutely buries me every time I even spread my opinion on it. So I should just stay away with all my, moving anything around. Like if I even dare think about moving, college football up and having them play whatever games in June and all this stuff, he'll bury me in it. He's a bully, really, in all honesty. He's listening to this on double speed, so I hope he really gets it. I hope he slows this down. You're a bully, Scott. You are a bully. Golly, mister. I'm going to go to his next question, which is, you're about to embark on an 8-hour road trip. What is your snack haul from the gas station? I just had a 4.5-hour road trip yesterday, so I can answer this pretty succinctly and clearly. We were coming back from New Mexico. That's where my in-laws live. And they had this bag of chips that was like New Mexico chili powder chips, potato chips. And they were so good. They lasted the whole ride. I'll get that. I'll usually get like a meat stick, like a Slim Jim of some sort. And I like multiple drinks. I like a drink with electrolytes. I like a drink with caffeine, and I like water. So that's my answer.
It's a good list. It's a good list. I like it.
Yeah.
As somebody that now is doing these 8-hour drives to go to Manhattan from Dallas, if I'm originating from Dallas, my stop is always in Denton at the Buc-ee's, and I get 2 boudin kolaches and some type of dessert and a black coffee because I'm leaving in the morning. And if I'm leaving from Kansas City, I'm getting 2, maybe 3 spicy chicken taquitos from Quick Trip. There we go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So you got the hot thing. Do you eat that immediately first? You don't want those getting room temperature.
Yeah, I'll eat them hot. Or what I figured out, I mean, not figured out because I know how the sun works, but I got 3 of them driving from Kansas City, and I had 2 of them, and then I left one in the bag on the windshield, and it stayed warm. And it was probably just getting a lot of bacteria in there. I don't care,
Big brain.
A lot of stuff growing in that.
Yeah,
his brain is so
I'm
big
still
from
fine.
Swelling.
What's your opinion on the buffalo chicken rollers at Quick Trip?
I don't even think they have those anymore.
Yeah, they do. I had one like 2 months ago in Denver.
I've never had one. No, it's spicy chicken taquito. They had a Korean barbecue taquito
they
were
that
trialing,
too.
And that was fire. And you have to dip it in
Sriracha ranch,
that or Chipotle sauce.
Oh yeah.
We don't have Quick Trips here in Ohio, so
yeah, you're poor.
Yeah, Chef's got the come and go. Chef's got the come and go.
We ain't got those either.
Quick shop or whatever the fuck it's called.
Or sheets.
We do have sheets of fire.
Do you have Wawa yet?
What is it?
Wawa?
No Wawas. I thought that was like a Chinese cell phone company.
No, it's like Pennsylvania, but they're down in Florida now.
Yeah,
how
Wawa
have they
is
not
like
Ohio? It's right next door.
In Eastern.
I'm thinking of Huawei.
Oh, good.
Temu. He's thinking of Temu.
Okay, so for me, I'm getting 3 32-ounce cucumber lime Gatorades. That's essential. You got to have those for the road trip. You got to have the 3 big boys. Then you want a bag of Peachos. Got to have the candy. I want 2 packs of Trident spearmint gum. Got to have gum on hand. When you're driving, whether you're going to the coast, you got to drive through West Virginia, and those mountains, my ears get to popping. I don't like none of that. Then you also have to have either some kind of chip, but I like sunflower seeds as well, and those go perfectly well into the 32-ounce spitter after I drink the Gatorade. So love that. And then I would say something hot, but more than likely it's probably just going to be like a muffin or something like that.
You are a sociopath.
Like how? First off, 2 32-ounce Gatorades. How are you not peeing after 3?
Serial killer tendencies.
Do you have do you use one of those as like the urinal?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, first of all, you're not a father.
I'm sorry for your daughters and your wife.
Hey, you are a father, so you will learn about this. Potties in there's not enough time for restroom breaks. So you put a little potty in.
There's too much time for restroom breaks right now, Chef. There's 2 per drive. 3.
No. You don't stop. You keep going. Usually, and in all honesty, my wife drives everywhere we go because I'm a terrible nighttime driver. I will fall asleep. So she drives everywhere, and I am on kid duty in the back. And so if I have to pee, I go up to the front seat and I pop that Gatorade bottle open and I let it fly. Fill that sucker up.
I'm lost for words.
I have no.
Good job, man.
I have no thoughts on that. Are all 3 of you Spotify users? Because this next question is specific to Spotify.
Absolutely.
No. Apple
Wow,
Music.
well, that's a bummer for Matt. So Matt,
Yeah, I still got playlists, so I still got.
It's your boy.
do you have
It's
a
your boy
daylist?
DJ X. It's your
Yeah.
boy DJ X.
Because
My
the next question comes from Scott Wildcat, and it is the
Yeah.
title of your Spotify daylist. Mine right now is really boring and sucks because the last one was much better. This one is fun driving.
that's the
Tuesday
playlist name. Really boring and sucks.
I
But the
wish,
last one was
I wish. Mine is fun driving Tuesday evening. Why?
How do you look that up?
You just go look up daylist on Spotify. Search for daylist.
Okay.
Is
hold
it,
on.
I just assumed this was a playlist that you listen to during the day.
No, it is a playlist that Spotify auto generates for you based on your preferences.
Oh, I have 4 of those. I have favorites mix and get up
Mine-
mix.
Wow,
and chill
great
mix
creative
and
titles.
new music mix.
Can you hear me?
New member educator, is that what you were about to say?
Okay, mine is called Chill Night Drive Time. What did that say? God damn it. Hold on.
Why are they asking you to have a drive time playlist at 10:37 Eastern?
It says Chill Hip Hop Night Drive Tuesdays.
Okay.
Huh. Well,
Yeah.
hey,
You listen to classic and retro on Tuesday evenings. Here's some fun driving lead singer nostalgia, alternative and catchy.
Mine is a lot of Kanye, a lot of
Oh. Have you listened to Vultures?
okay.
yeah.
This is not the time or place.
I
A
mean,
good playlist
I
for
mean-
Apple Music subscribers is called Fat Stack 2019 by a friend of mine. Bunch of hip hop, great for working out.
That's what
Daylist.
they used
Fat
to call me
Stack.
that. They used to call me that in high school. Fat Stack.
Fat Stack. Yeah, well,
No, but beautiful big titty naked butt naked women just don't fall out the sky.
There's just don't fall out of the sky.
oh
know-
my God.
If you know, you know. And if you don't know, now you know. The next questions come from Dolly Drama. The first question,
my guy.
can Coach Tang deliver on a Big 12 tournament turnaround? We talked about this
No.
a little bit on the last pod. That's a hard no.
No.
I say yes because you know how I feel. I think we do. I think if everything goes according to my plan, go 3-2 in the regular season, I think we could find ourselves in the final of the Big 12 tournament, and that's enough to get us in. Everybody gets off his back.
I don't think
Going
Dolly's
as an
gonna
11
listen to this.
seed.
I don't think Dolly's going to listen to this, but my answer is going to be kind of an indictment on his question of like, can he and will he are two different things. Can he? Yeah, he totally can. He took he took a team to the Elite Eight last year that probably shouldn't have been anywhere near the Elite Eight. Will he? No, he won't. Can he? Yes. Will he? No. Chef,
I think he can. I think he can, and I think he will. Let's go, Jerome.
Okay.
I believe in you, no matter how much I criticize your timeouts.
He thinks he's Phil Jackson. Thoughts on media days in Las Vegas?
I think it's kind of yuck.
Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah, sing it to me. That's the
Viva.
second. Is that another Elvis reference that we've had?
That's the second one tonight on this episode.
Damn, my
That's
God.
kind of crazy.
I think it's kind of gross. In all honesty,
Really?
that
Why?
yeah, I don't like it in Vegas. I think it should be if we're gonna have media days and we're gonna be a coast to coast conference, I think we should be more centralized on bringing everybody towards the middle. So whether that's a St. Louis or, I mean, I guess you'd have to have it in a state. Well, we don't have any teams in Nevada.
We also don't have any teams in Missouri.
But I know, but yeah, I think just more centralized in a big city. So like maybe a Kansas City gets it one time, maybe St.
Kansas City,
Louis gets
Kansas?
it. Kansas City, Kansas. Let's go. Shout out
Like
to
I said, we don't have any teams in Missouri, and yet we play our championship there in men's and women's basketball.
That's what I'm saying. So I just don't like it, predominantly out west. Or I mean, if he brings it out east and it rotates like that, but I think it's just a gross cash, not even necessarily a cash grab. I think it's kind of weak that we got bullied out of, what is that? Is that Dallas?
Yeah.
Arlington. Arlington from the SEC bullying us out of there. So
I don't think we got bullied out of it, though.
I think we did.
I don't think we did.
I thought there's something going on at Cowboy Stadium that week.
But it's not the SEC because the SEC is doing a hotel and convention center in Dallas, I believe.
I'm pretty sure there's something in May. Or they're doing it April or May. Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of sus, and I think moving it out west, if it's not permanent and if we just do it, we rotate it, hey, move it out to Brooklyn. I don't give a damn. Do it somewhere big. Do it like that. If we're gonna move it out west, move it out east, move it to the central Midwest America, do it that way. But if we're just gonna hook our wagon to Las Vegas for that nasty cash grab Sin City style, I don't like it.
Maybe they will move it, or maybe it'll be in Ecuador next year. Who knows?
Big
it could be
Mexico.
anywhere.
Hey, Mexico! There, shout
Big
out to Mexico.
Big 12 Iceland. Who says no?
Not me.
Everybody. Fuck.
In April, Iceland's beautiful.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I've been
Daytime like all day.
in December of any time. Yo, here comes Chef. No, you don't know.
I think my thoughts on it being in Vegas are, again, I don't really care. I don't think it makes a huge difference. I don't think it sends a signal that we are, leaving Texas out of the picture by any means. I don't think it necessarily ostracizes the original members of the Big 12 or the incumbent members of the Big 12. I think it's a little bit of an olive branch, and I think it's just another place to add to your footprint. I think of it as additive, not dilutive, to use a certain commissioner's words on that. Third question. And those of you who have watched our last two YouTube videos will have noticed something different about Fireball Matt. Does Matt have a new perspective on life after Lasik, and have the dating profiles been updated sans glasses?
No, not yet. Yeah, I do have a new perspective on life. I mean, it is wild. I had it done on Friday. I could see on Saturday. I mean, I've been wearing glasses since I was 8 years old, so it was very wild. No other way to describe it. So, yeah, I won't be wearing glasses anymore. So please boost my ego and tell me I look better without glasses, or
I mean, I've always said you were the hottest member of the Cocaine Willie team.
Yeah.
That was before the.
That's objective.
I always, well, my opinion counts more than everybody, but
I'm saying that's objective. It is fact.
Okay, that's true. Yes, I don't know English, but shout out to my boy Matt. He's very handsome. He deserves everything that's happened to him. The glasses, I would still. Personally, I would still put on fake glasses just so I'd look smarter, because you don't look as smarter, or as smart.
This was going so well,
but you look very much more handsome.
I have blue light glasses that I've been wearing when I'm in front, but not right now. I gotta own it.
I've also have corrective lenses since I was 8, but I opted for contacts since I was 10. So
I can't touch my eyes at all. The eye drops have been the worst part of this whole thing. Oh my God. I can't put eye drops in my eyes. I just
I'll send you a video later of Allie trying to put eye drops in her eyes earlier today, because it was hilarious. The last question that we have before we move on to our random topics was from Joel Alderson at KingJoel_3. We need a lot of NCAA 25 discussion, parentheses, leaving this broad on purpose, end paren. Starter teams, what you want to see in the game, will all of our uniform combinations be there, etc.
Okay. Well, as the only guy here that really plays video games,
hold up. No, I play video games.
I'm the only one that doesn't, and the only games that I play,
I have to buy a new Xbox to
2002.
So do I. So do I.
That's what I told you. I have to buy a new Xbox to get the game.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I mean, I say that I play video games, but I haven't played a video game in like 5 years. So I guess technically I don't play video games anymore, but I will be playing this one. Let me get to that last part of that last question. Will all our uniform combos be in there? Hell no. We didn't wear them enough. There's no way that we're sending those off to EA to get those in there. We might see one retro logo. That might be it.
This is the newest game console that I own.
Yo, that is probably, does it still work?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah, that thing is worth a good amount of money right now.
And then I've got a Super Nintendo right over there too. Those are the two newest consoles that I own.
That's hot.
I think I'll bet we have 2 helmets.
What ones?
I'll bet we
White?
have a white Power Cat and a white with the cats.
Oh, you think we're gonna get script cats on there?
Yeah.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we get the pennant Willie with the number on the side. If we get an alternate, because that was the most recent one that we rolled out.
I don't think so.
Did we have we didn't have an alternate this year, right?
Nope.
No, I think Kleiman's done with that shit.
We sucked ass.
I think he is done with that.
Why aren't we picking the first game of the season for this? I don't understand.
I don't know why we don't.
We just need to beat. We just got to beat it, right? Like,
yeah, get over that hump of.
Do it over that some FCS team. If we lose to an FCS team because of the helmet, then I know it's a absolute
actual thing.
Yeah, it's an actual thing.
Yeah, that would be the worst possible way to find out that curse is actually real is if we lose to, Southeast Missouri State or something like that. That would be hellfire.
Well, this year it's what, Middle Tennessee, or who is it?
No, we have.
God, who is it?
I don't know.
Who do we play?
Someone in Tennessee.
Wait,
is
really?
it East Tennessee State? I don't remember. But the game in general.
UT Martin, Tennessee Martin.
Yeah.
The other UT.
Orange and blue, baby. Orange and blue. I think the game is going to be fire. I think it's going to be absolute fire. Dynasty, obviously, is the number one go-to. It's going to be weird. I mean, since the last game, 2014, NIL, transfer portal, all that stuff is totally different landscape. Playoff. That's just totally different than what we're used to. So how does the game incorporate all that stuff, and how do we learn to play a game around it? I don't know. So we'll see about that. And then Road to Glory. If you play Road to Glory and you don't use your actual name, you're a sociopath.
Yeah, you probably pick you're probably like an offensive lineman or something stupid like that.
Well, honestly, you haven't been able to play Road to Glory with an offensive lineman since like 2000 and
because I never played. I'm a dynasty boy. We're doing an online dynasty, and I'm gonna run up the score on your lame ass. You'll be losing 69-0.
Very nice.
69-0. Nice.
What team do you start? I bet you start with fucking University of Texas. I'm a big Texan guy. I'm a big Texan.
Yo, Texas State.
Ew, yuck.
Texas State, pretty honestly, good.
We're growing it up in San Marcos.
With the new head coach, with what they're doing as a program, they beat Baylor this year. They won their bowl game, didn't they?
Yeah.
Texas State.
They're
on the come up. That might be a sneaky good team.
I'm always a Florida International or a MAC school.
Maybe Buffalo.
Buffalo's fun.
OU, but the OU that Chef knows as OU.
Yeah, Ohio. But the real fun was in 2014 when you would do you would create your own team from what was it called? Team Builder.
Team Builder.
I would.
Yeah, who would you create?
So I created a new school called New Mexico A&M, and we were the Cactus. And it was so fun.
Hey,
So fun.
Albany Great Danes.
Let's go. Actual school. You're
Actual
a freak.
school. Yeah, they moved up from FCS to FBS.
Let's go. Shout out
They
to
went.
what
They
conference
went
did you put them in?
the MAC. That's like the best one on the
Okay.
East Coast, kind of, right?
I always went to the Mountain West, and then as soon as like I dominated the Mountain West for so long, I would always go into the Pac-12 and wreck.
Mm. Yeah.
RIP Pac-12.
RIP. Well,
Hey, maybe I guess we're gonna play. We could starter team will be like Oregon State now, right? Like
that's disrespectful.
independent.
honestly, in the new playoff system, it might be an advantage.
I don't think I think because they moved it to the 5+7.
So they would have to be in the 7 now.
Oh yeah.
They had to really.
But they will automatically be a conference champion, either Washington State or Oregon State. So one of them will be a conference champ. So it depends on if they are one of the
I don't think so.
No, it depends on if they're the highest rated G5 team or not.
They have to have a certain amount of teams in their conference to be considered a conference champion. That's why they're affiliated with the Mountain West this year. I don't think they can get the conference champion bid of the 5. I think it's going to be the Big 12. What is it? Big 12, SEC, Big 10, ACC, and then one of those other conferences highest ranked.
They'll probably be at large. One of them will be at large.
You think so? I don't. Yeah, I think they're going
totally. They're playing San Jose State, New Mexico.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like their schedule is going to be so shitty. Like nobody's going to
end up playing San Jose State, New Mexico, Hawaii. Maybe
I think you're giving a lot
of
credit to. I think you're giving a lot of credit to Oregon State and Washington State as programs because they're going to stink.
Oregon State solid enough. They were both pretty salty this year. They were both ranked in the top 25 at certain points throughout the season.
Washington State's schedule this year, they don't even have a schedule yet.
They don't.
Portland State, Texas Tech, Washington, and at Oregon State. And then Oregon State's schedule is
Tech.
Oregon, at Cal, and Washington State. They haven't even announced their schedule yet.
Oregon State, they lost their entire team and their head coach. They're going to be dog shit.
Yeah.
Washington State did not, though.
Yeah, but they wwere always kind of bad, though.
Yeah, but that was the first season of their new head coach, I think, because the first guy was kicked out.
Anti-vaxxer.
So, okay. Random topic, random answer. We've never done this segment before, but we're going to see how this goes. I've got a handful of topics here on my end. I don't know which one we want to do.
Just one.
No, I know we're just going to do one, but I don't know if we want to do one of these or one of these from this game that I've got that's got like different cards here. But I've got all sorts.
You get to choose
questions. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I created a tier list on tiermaker.com of 2024 Big 12 quarterbacks. I want you to rank your Big 12 quarterbacks from S tier to D tier.
Oh, shit.
I just sent it in our group chat in case you don't have it yet. But
oh, no. Oh, no way. Oh, my God, you did do this.
And it's already, I had multiple people filled out on Twitter.
Yeah.
My list. I'm going to go with my list first.
Yeah, and we get 30 seconds basically to do it. Chef, you're on mute.
You get some time.
You've done this for so long.
You'll get some time.
Is it S through F? Okay.
S, A, B, C, D. There's only 16 teams, so you'll figure it out. So S tier, I've got Cam Rising. He is alone in the S tier because he's the only one that's really proven that he should be in the S tier by himself. You could make an argument that maybe a guy like Noah Fafita could be in that S tier, but he doesn't have enough of a track record, in my opinion. So A tier, I have Glass Boy from KU. I have Avery Johnson. I Garrett Green. I have Noah Fafita, and I have Shadur Sanders.
Oh my God.
B tier. I have Alan Bowman, Oklahoma State, not Texas Tech. I have Baron Morton from Texas Tech.
Oh, that's Baron Morton.
I have KJ Jefferson for UCF. I have Donovan Smith from Houston, and I have Rocco Becht from Iowa State.
Rocco.
In the C tier, and this might be outdated, I have Chandler Morris from TCU. I have Gary Bohannon from USF, who's now playing for BYU.
Is he the one in the tie?
No, that's the Toledo transfer to Baylor.
Oh, he's at Baylor. Right. Okay.
And then, C tier, I've got Finn from Toledo.
Oh, man. Okay, I already built mine out.
My D tier is the kid at Cincinnati who transferred from Indiana, who's not good. I don't know his name. And then D tier, I also have Arizona State kid. And what's his name?
The freshman?
Oh,
Rashada?
Aiden
Rashada. Just because, again, he hasn't proven anything, and I don't know if his coach knows jack shit about football.
Okay. I created mine in 60 seconds.
Okay.
This is going to be controversial. My S tier is Cam Rising and Noah Fafita. A tier, Garrett Green, Shador, KJ. B tier, Avery. Redhead? Oh, Alan Bowman, Rocco Becht, Jalen Daniels.
The other Daniels.
C tier, the Toledo guy, Baron Morton. I thought it was going to be the freshman at Tech anyway. And Chandler Morris. Donovan Smith. My C tier is stacked. Donovan Smith, Bohannon, Rashada, and then whoever the fuck the Cincinnati quarterback is. But I have Avery at a B tier because I still think he has to prove some stuff. Like,
fair.
People are talking about him being like, he has the potential to be the best quarterback in the Big 12, but he's not there yet. And that's not a knock on Avery Johnson, but he started one game and he had a good game in the bowl game and he's played well, but he has a lot more to prove. And so I'm putting him at a B tier, understanding that he has the capability to be an S tier at the end of this thing, but I have to look at the body of work.
I respect that. I think that's a good ranking.
I'm missing some people, so anybody that I've missed, they're just going into D tier.
Chef's like trying to list the names, and there's no names on here.
I'm doing this mobily. I can't click on that link and do the podcast at the same time. Okay, so I got S tier, Cam Rising, and I got Garrett Green there.
I was debating that. Honestly,
Garrett
that
Green
was a hard
is
one
a
for me.
dog. He is a dog. I'm so glad we didn't play him last year because he was kind of cooking some things up. Then A tier, Noah Fafita, Shador. I got KJ Jefferson A tier. I think him in that UCF offense is going to be freak nasty. I'm terrified that he's in that. I think they're going to be a sleeper team in the Big 12. B tier, Glass Boy, Avery, Alan Bowman, and then I've got like a B, C minus tier. Like I've got it in between. I don't know where to put Baron Morton. I think
Who's Glass Boy?
Jalen
Daniels.
Oh.
Baron Morton, I don't know where to put him. A B. Where did you guys have him? Did you have him C or B?
C.
I have him as a B.
I'm in between.
Right in the middle, though, basically.
Yeah, he's the last of the B tier. I'm gonna put him last of the B tier because I think if he's healthy, he does do some things for Texas Tech. C tier, Finn. I think he has room to, no pun intended, rocket up this board because I saw him for Toledo multiple times in Maction. He's a dog. He can get it done. Rashada, was a 5-star talent. He thought he had the bag at Florida. never came to him in that
Wasn't he in
deposit.
Avery's Elite 11 class too?
I think he was.
I think
Yes.
he was.
Yeah.
Jackson Arnold, too.
But he's trash if he doesn't get any help. So I got him C.
Who
But
were you talking about?
Rashada.
Jaden
Yeah,
Rashad.
yeah, he was.
And then D tier, Bohannon, and everybody else that I didn't mention.
Bohannon would that was a close one for me in the D tier because he like was not great at Baylor.
Do you remember Bohannon in the Big 12 championship game?
I
though?
know.
I mean, but think
He
about it.
balled in that game.
But he, in all actuality, if we would have had him stay in the game versus K-State versus Baylor in Manhattan, we would have won that game because old boy came in there and lit us up.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Chapin
Yeah.
came in.
Yeah, he came in there and lit us up.
Yeah.
I think we would have won that game if Bohannon didn't completely rip his hamstring off of the bone. But everybody else,
wait. In the Big 12 championship game?
no, he didn't play in the Big 12 championship game.
Yeah, that was our game that he got hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
K-State would have won that game at Manhattan.
Got it.
What I was saying is the previous year he balled out in the Big 12 championship game against Oklahoma State.
Against Oklahoma.
Didn't he?
No.
He was on that team. He was the quarterback for that team.
That was the year that he got hurt, was 2021.
But Chapin didn't win that Big 12 championship.
Yeah, he did. He was 23 of 28 for 180 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay, then it was Chapin.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Am I thinking of a different game for Baylor?
Because I said that he
hurt
balled in
first,
that game, and I'm like, no, he didn't. Blake Shapen balled in that game.
Yeah, Blake Shapen did. Okay, I was backwards too. I had it backwards. But yeah, Bohannon, D tier. He's completely fallen off a map. He has no hamstring. Too bad for him. He might not even be the starter for BYU, to be honest. I think that white boy that almost beat Oklahoma is going to be the starter there.
Huh.
What other quarterbacks am I missing?
I don't know. I think you got them all, though, right?
Was I thinking of the TCU game, maybe?
Cincinnati.
In 2021, he balled out against TCU. He had 214 yards, 14 for 20, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Who's Houston's quarterback?
Donovan Smith.
Ooh, okay,
Not
I'm moving.
Donovan Smith from the Chiefs.
Yeah, he sucks too. I'm gonna put Donovan Smith.
Free agent this year. Don't have to worry about him next year.
I'm gonna put Donovan Smith above Morton, so he's going to be B tier. Morton's going down to C tier. Okay. Fun. That was fun exercise.
That was good.
There we go.
I don't know if you guys want to, this might be a little revealing. This is the topic that I was thinking of. It was either NCAA football, which we addressed, or we go around like in a clockwise fashion. I don't know where I'm at positioned in your guys' layout, but if we had to swap jobs for a month, how successful would each of us be at each other's job? So like I'm at the bottom, so I would go up to Bob, and I would be Bob's job. Bob would do Matt's job, and Matt would do my job.
That's assuming that Matt's job is better than my job. I don't even know if either of our jobs are better than your job. I would love your job.
I don't know. When it comes to football season and chefs deliver mail on a Saturday,
you'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed. I'm already pissed. Or like if it's raining out.
Yeah, you would not like it.
I am really good.
I'm really good.
I was just going to say, I'm really good at maps.
I have to walk 12 miles.
12 miles every day.
I like getting exercise. I would love to do chef's job. If I could retire and just do chef's job. For the rest of my life.
Counterclockwise, I think would be a better option.
Well, I honestly don't even know what either one of you do, so I would fail miserably. If it has to do with a computer, I'm already fired.
Based on your ability to get on our screen shares and not have your internet fuck up, yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're probably in a technology related job, you're fired in the first week. Like,
you're trying to
that
log
was
on
good.
for your first one-on-one, and you're 15 seconds behind every question your manager's asking.
Yeah, you can only say my internet is bad so many times before they're like, we are putting you on a performance improvement plan.
Or you could say "golly, mister" in your Borat voice, which you still haven't done yet.
I don't think I
On
could
a
do it.
15
It doesn't.
second
It
delay.
doesn't work. It doesn't work. Man, that's funny. Yeah.
Oh man, that was good. That was good. All right, I'll end this. So this past weekend, the NBA All-Star Weekend was in Indianapolis, and
Trash.
many people would say it was a boring weekend outside of the three-point contest. We saw the Eastern Conference score 204 points in their win against the Western Conference. Damian Lillard was the MVP. If you were the commissioner, what would you do to make people more interested in All-Star Weekend?
Well, what I would do first, I'd bring back the dunk contest like with integrity. So I would, you don't. Okay, there's a lot of guys like Matt McClung's fine, but like he's not that good at dunking. I would honestly, I would get the best dunkers, and I would put some serious cash into that because people really tune in for the dunk contest. You know, put $1 million on that thing. I bet you'd get a lot of people to some real high jumpers that are in the NBA, or even these college dunk contests are a million times better than the NBA ones. And then for the game itself, I would make it. I think Scott might have said this. You battle for home court in the finals because a lot of those guys are playoff bound. So I'd make it if you win the All-Star game, the East or West, that gives you home court advantage in the NBA Finals.
I know that's going backwards a little bit, but that was going to be my answer because I used to watch the All-Star game in baseball every single year because it depended whoever won that got home field in the World Series, and it meant something.
Yep.
And for the longest time, all the talking heads and everything on ESPN were saying, "Oh, this game doesn't matter. People don't like it. The players don't like being in it. They want to have their break. It shouldn't matter." But if you want to drive eyeballs and put stakes on something, that's really one of the only levers you can really pull. I mean, what else do you have out there that you can pull lever-wise to try to make it matter more? Other than, I don't know, put some kind of cash prize or something on it, but there probably already is a cash prize on it. So like why that's not going to drive more eyeballs for the fans. The fans want something that means something. And if it doesn't mean anything, then they're not going to watch it.
I don't know, man. Maybe make the game shorter. I don't know.
Two
Pick
halves?
pick
3
this
periods.
out. Pick this out. So it's 4 teams of 7 playing half court,
Ooh.
5-on-5.
Ooh.
The 4 top vote getters draft their teams, and you play a round robin, best of 15.
Okay, so you're just doing the hockey version then, because they've got the 4 captains. They've got the 4 captains, and they do it bracket style.
Sure.
That's a great way to make it mean something.
So it's a round robin. So each team would play the other team. So you get 3 games. And in the finals, it's best of 21, and the winning team gets $2 million.
That's not enough, though. Not for those guys.
That's more than the in-season tournament was.
I think that, but if you think about, the in-season tournament, like, I mean.
But that's still with your team that you've gone through training camp, and those count towards wins and stuff like that. Like I get that these are just guys. Like, and they all know each other. Like, what happened to the NBA the NBA All-Star game when it was, prime Jordan and, latter half prime Jordan and young Shaq and all that, when they were actually playing, there was pride in one-on-one isolation ball, who got cooked and who all that. So I think that would go to Matt's point, where you have half court. You don't have to worry about, running up and down the court, because that's like a lot of it. Half of them don't even get back to play defense or anything like that. And then when you get into like a make it, take it situation, that brings you back to the schoolyard. Like, I'm not going to let this dude just do whatever he wants to me. But it's hard because you got to have, it's just a different product than when the All-Star game was fun. Like, those guys didn't like each other. Half of them didn't like each other. They didn't want to play with each other. So it was competitive. They wanted to beat the other guy. Now they're all buddy. So it's not really the same. I think it's, oh man, it's tough. I do like that idea though, Matt. That is a really good idea. Like, bring it back to the schoolyard days. Make these dudes play outside. That would be fun.
And have like a celebrity captain, kind of like the NHL had, where you've got like a celebrity captain like Justin Bieber, who's helping pick your team with the NHL captain, right? So I think you had Nathan McKinnon and Tate McRae on the same team, and then you have one of the Hughes brothers with Justin Bieber on the same team, picking their team. So I think that would add like a very interesting element to it. And if you did round robin, there's more games, there's more real estate on TV to cover up too, instead of just doing bracket style where you have 4 teams.
How long would that take though? I guess you're only going to
take one day.
I guess you're only playing to 15.
Yeah. Start at 10 a.m. and finish at 7 o'clock with a primetime game, half court, whatever.
Easy.
That'd be fun.
Hire me, NBA. I'm here.
Yeah, do it.
Hire me.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Huh?
That'd be great.
Easy.
That'd be great. Well, those were our 3 topics. I think that was great. I think we need to do that again. We need to do that again because it yielded some solid conversation. But we're going to go ahead and close it out. For all of us here at Cocaine Willie, thanks for listening to the show on your podcast feeds or watching us on YouTube. Do us a favor. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, leave us a 5-star rating and follow the show. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. You can follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, or follow us individually. I'm at Bob Trollsby. Fireball Matt is at Matt Marchesini, and Chef is at Chef Andre Napier. Chef.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, baby.
We are all coke and no joke, and Chef made it 2 episodes without lag. Wildcat Country.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.